Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. This is JCA86 and what a day, man. What a day. After months of waiting, Fire Pro Wrestling World is here and I'm so excited to jump in. I just finished downloading the game. I'm looking at the Steam Workshop. I've downloaded a few wrestlers and I'm ready to start simming some matches and making some videos for you guys. Just a little bit of background on myself. I've played Fire Pro Wrestling before. I played the GBA game on Game Boy Advance, and I've played the PS2 game, Fire Pro Wrestling Returns. That was the last one that was released prior to this one. And let me be honest, I didn't give the game the fair shake that it really deserves. The learning curve is super high, and I really couldn't get over the 2D graphics at the time. That's my loss. But now I'm really craving a good wrestling game, and this is the ticket from everything that I'm hearing online. Everyone is always praising Fire Pro Wrestling. I've seen the mods over the years, like the historic mods, and I've been pretty jealous over that. I really wanted to play those mods, but I didn't have access to the game, the PS2, and all of that. So when this game was announced, or when I heard of it being in development about 4 months ago, I knew that I had to get this game. And it was released actually yesterday, last night. I work overnight at work, and just got off of work. Unfortunately I couldn't download it as soon as it was released, but I watched some streams and other YouTubers, and man, does it look good. Here we are at the Steam Workshop page. Just wanted to just introduce you guys to the channel and say thank you so much for watching. And for anyone who is on the fence about getting the game, or you're going to get the game but you haven't gotten to yet, and you just want to see what's out there so far for downloading as far as created wrestlers from the community, I just wanted to give a quick look at those. And while I'm at it, thank the community, thank the creators for everything that they do, because the mods, the wrestlers are really what, I don't want to say they're what makes Fire Pro what it is, but it's obviously a humongous part of what makes Fire Pro what it is. Of course, the developers have programmed an amazing wrestling game, but the mods are really what drew me to Fire Pro Wrestling. And as time goes on, right now, like custom logos and rings and entrance music and stuff, they're not in this early access game, on release date, but soon they will be. And when it comes to that and the community gets a hold of all these features, you're going to really be able to put yourself into any era and federation that you could imagine. I mean, just think about that. 1980s NWA, WWF, AWA, 1990s Monday Night Wars, WWF and WCW, ECW. The possibilities are endless, and I'm super excited about that. This game is perfect for Steam, and with this distribution model and the community that it has, the fan base that it has, and the creators, I think this game is limitless. I think it's going to be a huge hit, and it's going to really take off and become one of the greatest wrestling games of all time. At least I hope so. I'm so inspired by it that I decided to create this channel, and I hope you enjoy the content that's forthcoming. But yeah, let's get into this. Let's see what's up for download so far. And I've went through most of it. We're gonna sort by most subscribed and see all 392 items. Almost 400 wrestlers have been created in 8 or 9 hours. Unreal. You see, great. Shout out to D-Man for Life 8017. Makes awesome wrestlers here. You've got a near perfect looking AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura with full movesets and logic. Logic is very important in your creator wrestlers because that logic in this game will leave a wrestler performing just like its real life counterpart. And it's no gimmick, it's true, because with the streams that I watched earlier right after release, it was like watching Shinsuke Nakamura wrestle on TV. He was wrestling with the same logic and just like he would in real life. So this is the real deal, man. Look for wrestlers with full logic, full movesets. Thank you, D-Man for Life 8017, for making top-notch content for our consumption, for our enjoyment. And yeah, some good-looking models here. Seth Rollins, Edge, Kevin Owens. One other guy that I want to give a big shout-out to is Phil Parent. Phil Parent is apparently a very important figure in the Fire Pro Wrestling community. He's contributed since the early PS2 days when Returns was first released. And I'm not familiar with him from the Fire Pro community because I wasn't part of the Fire Pro community. I hope to be from this point forward, but prior to this, no, I wasn't. But I do know Phil from EWR, Extreme Warfare Revenge, the text-based professional wrestling promoter booker simulator from Adam Ryland. And back in the early 2000s, Phil Parent was the guy to go to for real life data. So shout out to Phil Parent for the past 2 decades almost, working his ass off for the enjoyment of professional wrestling nerds like you and I. And right now it seems like he's working hard on Japanese wrestlers for Fire Pro World, and seems to be doing a pretty great job at it. But as you can see here, you got an Undertaker, a CM Punk, which I was really excited to see. I can't wait to see some matches simmed out with CM Punk. Hayabusa, rest in peace Hayabusa, one of my favorites of all time. One of the greatest high flyers of all time. Hayabusa is awesome. Braun Strowman, Andre the Giant, really good looking Andre the Giant model. Good looking Terry Funk. Sasha Banks. Let me see if Sasha Banks, speaking of which, has... Man, I'd really like to know if that Sasha has logic and full moveset. But yeah, continuing on. Got a good looking Brock, Scott Hall, Kurt Angle. Seems to be the only Chris Jericho that I can find. I think I'm going to wait. I don't really like that attire. Wait for a different Chris Jericho. I got a Bruiser Brody. Plenty of Seth Rollins. Numerous Seth Rollins. Every iteration of Hulk Hogan that you can imagine is up for download at the moment. Kevin Nash, Chris Benoit. Man, we knew that was coming, but I didn't think it would be this soon. Another Braun. Pretty decent Macho Man. Eddie Guerrero. A jacked up to the ceiling looking Rocky Maivia right there. Look at that, man. Juiced up, bro. Rey Mysterio. Jay Lethal. Even got Conor McGregor. And he would be pretty useful for this game. I hear has like a UFC kind of mode where it's even in like an octagon. So right on. Alexa Bliss, Earl Hebner. I don't know. That doesn't really look like Earl to me, but Red shoes. Raven, Rikishi, Taz. A lot of people that you would look for naturally are already on the marketplace, are already on the Steam Workshop for you to download. Test, JBL. Another Terry Funk. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Shawn Michaels. Mike Awesome. Bailey. Broken Matt Hardy. Chris Kanyon, who has an uncanny resemblance to Seth Rollins, both in in-game model and in real life. In my opinion, they do look very similar. Ted DiBiase. Daniel Bryan. Tom Reckless Youth Carter. Now, Reckless Youth is a total throwback, man. It's been forever since I've heard somebody mention Reckless Youth. He was very big in the indies in the late 90s, early 2000s. He was indie before indie was really cool. So it's good to see Reckless Youth. I may actually download that character model. Another Stone Cold, Vampiro, Donald Trump, Chris Hero. There's plenty of Simpsons characters as well that are up on the marketplace. So if you're a Simpsons fan and you want to have a Simpsons fed, you're set. You're set up already. Solid Snake, Magnum TA, Rusev, Randy Orton, Kane. But yeah, I mean, I don't want to make this a super long video. I just wanted to get out there, introduce you guys to the channel, and just give just a small example of what I was out there to download. So if you're on the fence about this game, it's $20 right now, early access on Steam. Go ahead and just jump in and give it a shot. I mean, what have you got to lose? $20. This, once all is said and done, and all of the bugs and stuff are just cleaned out, and the retail version releases, the community has a lot of time to get some customs together for this game. You're going to have something really special. One of, if not the best wrestling game of all time. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Please, I hope you check out the next video. We're going to be doing some Sims with some tournaments, or our Battle Royal to crown a champion in our little federation that we're going to have on this channel. And maybe some other cool stuff. Who knows? I'll probably play the computer some and just totally get pwned. But we're going to get better as time goes on. I'm going to brave the learning curve here and really enjoy Fire Pro Wrestling and the brilliance that it is. Until next time, guys, take care, and I'll see you then.